I'm a straight guy. I'm 37. I'm single, and I love Enchanted. That's his name, right? Enchanted, with Amy Adams and the guy from the show. Yeah, I love it. It's a film that I like. Sort of, I forget that it exists. Like, and there's like a couple of years since I've seen it, and I just like today I was sitting here with my brother and talking, and I just remembered that Enchanted exists, and I felt like this is a day that I want to watch Enchanted because it's so sweet. It's so sweet. It's like perfect for what it is. It's the RoboCop of. You know how RoboCop is a perfect sci-fi satire film, action. It's a perfect action film. It's a perfect film for what it is. And I think that kind of this is the same in a way. It's perfect for what it is. It's just delightful. It's just delightful. So the premise is that Amy Adams is like a princess character in a whatever. So this starts like a cartoon, like the old Disney films. And when I was a kid, our dad and our mother didn't even know what we were doing. So the thing I'm saying that our dad let us see a lot of grown up films, and our mother, they're divorced, and my mother didn't even know or care. So we watched whatever we wanted. So I've been lifting a lot of things. That's why I'm. So when I grew up, I like saw The Shining when I was 8 or 9. So I grew up. Me and my brother and my sister and everything. We grew up seeing a lot of. How old was I when I saw Gladiator? It came out in 2000. Yeah, well, okay, so I was 10, 11 when I saw Gladiator, and I thought it was so awesome. So the point I'm making is that for me, Disney films, a lot of people have nostalgia for Disney films and cartoons. I don't. Because I was busy watching like RoboCop or The Rock or things like that. And my dad like loved those films, He loved The Rock. And yeah. I remember, by the way, this is a little side note, but I remember, the Steven Seagal film, when he's on a ship, he's a chef on a ship. I don't remember. Under Siege, yeah. I saw that a million times when I grew up, when I was a kid. And my father was like, I remember there was this scene where I think Steven Seagal rips a dude's throat out or something. I remember my dad at that one scene said, "Don't see, he told me to do this, close my eyes or do this." At that one scene where he ripped his throat out. But of course I did this, I always thought that was silly that my dad was like, the whole film was okay for me to watch, but that one scene where he rips a throat out, he kind of rips out people's eyes out and everything. So anyway, that's a side thing. So from me and my brother in particular, and also my sister, of course, but for me and my brother, we saw a lot of action shit, and gory films and everything. So for me, I don't have that nostalgia thing. For like Beauty and the Beast, Lion King is awesome though. Lion King is great. Anyway, so I am like smiling for myself because I like people, or especially women, who grew up in a perfect age watching this film. Like it's a perfect homage to the older Disney films, cartoons, animations, whatever. And it's like, oh, this is so wonderful. It's so wonderful. It uses all the tropes. I've seen the Disney films, but I've seen them as a grown man, and seeing the Beauty and the Beast as a grown man isn't that special. Isn't that cool? But I love this, and it takes the tropes and it has fun with them, and so yeah, Amy Adams is this princess, and it's the true love's kiss, and she meets this prince, and they gotta get married because they fell in love in one day. But then Susan Sarandon kicks her in the fucking thing in a giant hole. So Amy Adams shows up in fucking New York, and she's not a cartoon anymore. And this guy from this show, Patrick Dempsey or something, he's an asshole, I think, in real life. Anyway, that's what my girlfriend at the time said, so I don't know, ex. Anyway, so he plays like, I think he's a divorce lawyer and everything, and he doesn't believe in love, and she does, and of course they have this romance that starts. I do have a Kate and Leopold with Hugh Grant, and Meg Ryan is sort of sweet too. But this is, and the music number in the, the music number in Central Park is just delightful. It's just delightful, and the scene was just now on TV and on the television. It's hard not to smile, man. And in these days, with all the politics and all the fascism and all the shit that's going on, everything that's going on, we're ticking this. It's the doomsday clock from Watchmen. We're ticking closer to fucking doomsday and apocalypse and everything. So watching a sweet movie like that is so awesome. It's so cool. I'm gonna just quick show you the reason why I'm tired. It's because of him, this guy. My friend is coming over tomorrow, and he gets scared by things. So I'm gonna try to scare him. That's why I'm so out of breath. But yeah, it's a sweet, sweet film, and isn't it nice to see sometimes just to see sweet, sweet films? And this is, as I said, from a guy that don't have the nostalgia for the films that this film is riffing on. It's not a parody or anything. It's just riffing on those tropes or cliches, if you want to. So yeah, it's a delightful film. It's a delightful film, and what's his face? Cyclops from X-Men. What's his face? I don't remember, but he is great too. The animations they look like. Amy Adams, the animated Amy Adams. And I gotta say, I have a thing for her, man. I have a thing for her, especially in this film. And she reminds me of, I have a thing for crazy chicks, kind of out there. Maybe because I'm crazy myself, but yeah. It's a beautiful film. If you haven't seen it, give it a go. It's like, and if you're a guy's guy like me, who loves action and just try to think of it as like a perfect film for what it is. And sometimes if it's not your kind of film, you gotta just accept. How can you not say that this is a perfect film for what it is? What it goes out for, what it tries to do, it does in spades, So yeah, bye.